One of the reasons why I enjoy the NHL offseason is because you'll see a handful of teams out there unveil new logos and new jerseys, and that's what we have here with the Philadelphia Flyers. This is the return of the burnt orange era for the Philadelphia Flyers, and for a team that really did need to kind of rebuild itself and rebrand itself from the inside out. We saw that Daniel Briere said that he's not afraid to use the term rebuild with his team, although I totally messed that up in my Michkov video. We've seen them bring in new faces to the front office, or familiar faces but different roles, guys like Keith Jones, John LeClaire, and the ever so handsome Patrick Sharp. We've already seen them make a big trade, that three-way deal with the Kings and the Columbus Blue Jackets involving Ivan Provorov, and the Flyers got some great assets in return, and for all we know, they could be dealing away Carter Hart in the offseason. And you've seen from their marketing and branding, right? They want to return to this greatness of an era past, not necessarily the Broad Street Bullies, but when you look at their success over the past decade plus, it's been 13 years since they went as far as the Eastern Conference Finals. So it's been a long time since they've actually made a deep run and been a serious contender in the Eastern Conference. So with that said, why not rework your branding and usher in a new era of your on-ice product? And so the Flyers have done exactly that, kind of following in the footsteps of what we've seen in recent years with the Ottawa Senators rebrand and also the San Jose Sharks shaking things up quite a bit as well. Okay, so now let's actually break down this look. Of course, the Flyers announced this over Twitter with one of those ultra dramatic reveal videos. I never understand why they can't just show us what it looks like when you actually have the jersey on in a lit arena. So anyway, that aside, so first of all, the big change here is them going from the traffic cone orange look, that's what I'm wearing here, right, to the burnt orange look. Now, personally, I used to like the traffic cone orange, but the burnt orange, I think, has, first of all, a little bit more of a vintage feel, and it looks a little bit more mature for an NHL team. That traffic cone orange is maybe better suited for like a minor league hockey team. So that's good, and the Flyers did acknowledge that it was the most requested change. So props to the Flyers for listening to their fans there. The burnt orange wasn't always there from the beginning, though. It started in 1982 and was worn for about 25 years. The second major change is at the bottom of the jersey. So now both jerseys will have black striping at the very bottom, whereas in the previous era, they had that sort of belt stripe that went across the waist and was thicker. So I liked how they kind of stripped that down and have a consistency between the home and the away jersey. The next significant change is one that I've been clamoring for a while, and that was to broaden the sleeve striping. So then that way the number could fit on that specific stripe, whereas previously it had actually bled over to the other color there. So they really fixed that. It looks a lot more presentable. Although one critique I have is I wish that they would have had a color around the numbers, just one solid color for an outline, whereas they've actually gone with a solid color. Same thing for the captain and alternate captain letter, because that's what the team wore from 1967, their first year in the NHL, through 1970. And one reason why I would have preferred to still have an outline to the numbers is then that way it would better match the contrast nameplate on the back of the jersey. So that part stays the same, the logo stays the same, and one other change that I'll highlight is that the collar is now actually all black. And whereas the previous era of burnt orange had a little bit of black trim just below the shoulder yoke, that is absent in this jersey, and I actually think it looks better because of it. And no, I'm not a fan of the sponsor patch on this one being blue. That really just throws things off, but they're not the only team who's kind of screwing up their jersey ad sponsor. And as for my overall thoughts, I think that this jersey is a winner. I like it. It's a good look for the Philadelphia Flyers as they usher in a new era. Again, it ties in elements of the past, and those elements, for the most part, actually fit together pretty well. The jersey itself is balanced. I like the color scheme, of course, orange and black. As a San Francisco Giants fan, go Giants. And I think this look is something that fans from different eras can get on board with, because various elements will remind certain fans of that certain era that they grew up watching the Flyers. So anyway, what are your thoughts about this jersey? Let me know in the comments down below, and stick around for more fun content throughout the 2023 NHL offseason as we cover the draft, trades, free agency, and all that good stuff. Hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you around for more coverage. Thank you so much for watching, Twisters. I'm Nick, and I'll catch you later. Ciao.